Hello my beauties, welcome back and thank you as always for joining me. So today I'm going to be talking about something that you guys have been asking a lot of questions about, which is foundation. Of course, foundation is kind of a focal point when it comes to makeup. I mean, it does cover the most area of any other makeup product, so it's definitely important. So I want to share with you my current top 5 favorite foundations, and I'm going to tell you which one of these is my #1 favorite, because as difficult as it is to choose from these 5, I do have one top #1 favorite. Jumping right into my picks, the first one I'm going to share is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This might look familiar because it's in pretty much the same packaging as the original HD foundation. If you've been watching my videos from the start, you know that the Makeup Forever HD foundation has always been one of my favorites for sure. The #123, and sometimes if I'm a little more tan, the #153, those two were my staple foundations. I would reach for those all the time. Now they've improved on the original formula with the Ultra HD, and the whole point of this one is that now that we have things like 4K, before the standard high definition was 1080p or 1080i. 1080p, I think it's 1080p, but now high definition has advanced to 4K, which means you can see every last wrinkle and every last pore on your face, which I can't imagine why anybody would create a technology like that, but thankfully we have this guy. I'm just joking, it's obviously an incredible technology to have, but again, this foundation, the Ultra HD, will make you look just as flawless in front of a 4K camera on a 4K TV. And the color that I use is Y385, and they have made it easy to transition from the old color range to the new one, so they have corresponding colors. This one is Y385. It is a yellow undertone color and is pretty much perfect for my complexion. And that's something I've always appreciated about Makeup Forever in general, is that their range of colors are always very olive and yellow friendly. They obviously have pink options, but I tend to stay away from those. So as far as the way this performs as a foundation, how it feels on the skin, how it looks to the naked eye, I would say it's pretty much the same, a little bit better than the original formula. And again, you have the 4K factor if you're ever doing on-screen work and you want to make sure that you look your absolute best. This is a fantastic option. Moving right along to the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I just don't even know where to begin with this foundation. I'm actually wearing it right now, and probably 7 times out of 10, I will wear this foundation. It is just that incredible. The color that I use is Sand, and one of the reasons that I'm so obsessed with this foundation is because the color matches my skin perfectly. This is another range of foundations that are very olive and yellow friendly. Now the colors aside, that's such a small reason why I love this foundation, but really what won me over about this stuff is just how natural it looks on the skin. I mean, it's so lightweight for the amount of coverage you get. I would go so far as to say this is like a medium to full coverage, even though, I mean, you put it on, you would never call it full coverage, but it covers everything perfectly. Like, I don't even have to go over it twice. It covers everything. And it's not just the way it looks that's natural, it's the way it feels on your skin. It doesn't feel like heavy, cakey makeup, yet you're getting this excellent coverage that just looks so natural. If you haven't tried this yet, you're missing out. My next favorite foundation is by Elcie Cosmetics. It is the Micro Silk Foundation. If you guys happen to watch my Get Ready With Me Guest of Wedding video, you might have seen some footage of a wedding that I was at, and the beautiful bride, who is a friend of mine, is actually the founder and creator of this foundation. She is a brilliant makeup artist, so the fact that she created a stellar foundation comes as no surprise. Now, Lilith's specialty is bridal makeup, and you can kind of tell what went into formulating this foundation when you try it, because the coverage is just ridiculously good, and it feels really lightweight. It's not heavy at all, but what really impressed me about this foundation is how long it lasts. The first time I tried this foundation, I put it on early in the morning, and by mid-evening, I took a look at my face and it had not budged, not even a little bit. You guys, this stuff stays on all day long. And here's another one that is very olive and yellow friendly. The entire line was created either for neutral or olive skin tones, and I know there are some of you watching who are like, hey, I have pink undertones, why are you discriminating? I don't mean to do that at all, but even those of us with pink undertones wear neutrals. We never want to actually look pink, right? Right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but even if you have pink undertones, I would assume you would stick to neutral tones, not necessarily yellow, don't go to yellow, but neutral is like a nice middle ground where it's just straight flesh tone. It's not red, it's not yellow, it's like right in the middle. Excellent, excellent foundation that was just so thoughtfully formulated that it's for sure gonna be in my top 5 for a very long time. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys what color I use. I typically use sand, which is the perfect medium olive tone for me, but sometimes I will use natural, which is a little bit more yellow and a little darker, just when I'm a little more tan. A little. Moving right along to the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this in videos and on Instagram. For sure one of my favorites. What drew me to this foundation is, well, first of all, is because I pretty much love anything that Urban Decay makes. They're one of my favorite brands out there. So I'm not surprised that I loved this foundation. This one's called the Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. Now, weightless is right, because that is what I love about this foundation, is that it's so light and liquidy. So when you first pump this stuff out, you immediately notice how, not watery, but how fluid the formula is. So you tend to wonder, is this actually gonna give me any sort of coverage? And then you try it. It looks like it's like fading into your skin, like it's disappearing into your skin, but all of a sudden you have this incredible coverage and this beautiful finish. I am in awe of this stuff every time I use it. I'm like kind of like in the mirror like, wow, because it really does. It looks like it's just sinking, like absorbing into your skin, but it's just creating this beautiful weightless canvas. And you guys notice one of my themes with each of these products is how weightless and how natural the finish is. And that's what I look for really in a foundation. I think all of us pretty much do. Nobody wants a cake face, right? Right? No judgment if you want a cake face, but I personally look for foundations that feel really weightless on my skin. So, I mean, of all the foundations, this is the lightest as far as how it feels on your skin. But again, the coverage, it just covers really well. I would say a medium coverage. This one is the number 5, which I use when I'm a little more tan, but I normally use the 4.5, which is again, a good medium olive. The final foundation I want to share is one that I kind of happened upon by accident. I never would have tried it if I hadn't had a gift card to Ulta. I stumbled upon this Ever Matte Shine Proof foundation by Becca Cosmetics, and I have to admit, what drew me to it is I was looking at the range of colors and one of them said olive, and I was like, ooh, this one's actually called olive. So of course I was intrigued and I picked it up and I tried it. And here's the thing, I don't ever really go for matte foundations because I don't really need it. I'm not one to really get shiny unless I have to turn off my AC for the sound here and I start to sweat really bad. But other than that, I don't have an issue with shininess. So I was a little bit hesitant about this foundation, but when I tried it, I was really surprised at how, for a matte foundation, how airy and lightweight it actually is. It feels kind of like a mousse, but the finish, though it is matte, it's not like that powdery, one-dimensional matte. It's no shine, but it still has like that natural, what's the word, reflectiveness. Having a real hard time speaking today, but I hope you understand what I was trying to say. It doesn't just give you this dull matte finish, it gives you a very natural, flexible kind of finish that fights against shine. So again, very surprised with this. Like I said, I never would have thought to pick it up, but I don't really think of foundations when I think of Becca Cosmetics, and this is the first time that I'm trying a foundation of theirs. But this one, I would say somewhere between light and a medium, light plus to medium coverage. It's not super light, but if you wanted it to be light, you could apply just a little bit of it and end up with a light finish, but I would say it's like a solid medium coverage foundation, suitable for normal to oily skin. I have dry to normal skin and it looked just fine on me, so I think there's some room to play with this stuff for sure. All right, now that you have seen and heard about my top 5 favorite foundations, I must reveal my number 1 favorite. As I said, this was a very difficult choice because every single one of these foundations, I rotate between them, I use each of them plenty, but there is one that just stands out to me and that I use more than anything and that I'm very attached to. Ladies and gentlemen, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This foundation just had an Oscar moment. But all jokes aside, this is my number 1 favorite foundation at the moment. It just is, like I said, everything I could ask for in a foundation, and I've professed my love for it already. I have nothing else to say about it. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I do want to ask you if you would benefit from me doing a drugstore version of this. So my top 5 favorite drugstore only foundations, because I do have some favorites there as well. And I know a lot of you like the more cost efficient options. So if you do want that, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. And also let me know if any of these are your favorites, if you've tried them, if you like them. Let's chat. I'm so grateful to you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and of course subscribe for more videos. I'll see you very soon.